on things above.
Hey, evening folks, hope you're doing really well. Welcome back to another little video, and welcome back to the beautiful, stunning Yorkshire Dales on a summer evening in August. The weather is lovely, there's a nice cool breeze which is keeping the, as he gets attacked by a bitey thing, keeping the bitey things at bay. And I thought this would be a great place to just stop and say hello and welcome, with brilliant views down towards Ribblehead Viaduct. As you may know if you follow the channel, one of my very favourite places on earth, if not the favourite place. Whernside looking just spectacular in the kind of sunlight and the shadows. We've got Ingleborough just kind of peeping out behind, I think it's Simons Fell, a little foothill in the foreground, and the mighty Pennygent. And that's where we've come from today. We've come up from Horton in Ribblesdale, lovely little single track minor road leading on to I think it's called Cam Road, or my GPS said Cam Road Bridleway, and we've now picked up the Pennine Bridleway and we're heading up this way towards probably Dodfell, round about that area. And this is very much an impromptu ride, slightly premeditated in the sense that I've ditched the panniers, my trusty panniers, and we're going a little bit faster and lighter on this trip. But it's a very short overnighter. It's just a pootle out, just getting a few miles in and getting what I hope is going to be a lovely wild camp. I have no idea where we'll end up. Probably cycle for another hour or so, and then we'll just keep our eyes peeled for a lovely little spot. And as ever, in my mind's eye, I've got a nice little place out of the way, nicely sheltered from the wind, and with some just spectacular views of some of this, all of this, as much of this as we can get in. So yeah, come along for the ride, and let's see where we get to on this little Yorkshire Dales quick 24-hour overnighter. Whew, let's go. Well, if you like your Three Peaks country, the views just don't get much better than this little spot here. As ever, I'm filming going up a hill, sorry for being out of breath. I say I've got a bit more of a fast and light setup today, but that being said, I'm not in any hurry whatsoever. And I kind of feel recently been running around at a million miles an hour, kind of work and family stuff, and today, well, tonight and tomorrow, it's just, you know, doing a bit of a Ferris Bueller and stopping and looking around, slowing down, and well, it doesn't sound like it right now. Taking it easy. Although, if you're going to go off-road in the Yorkshire Dales, there's always a little bit of a caveat around that expression, taking it easy. Oh, wow. Stunning. So this is definitely one of the wilder sections of the Pennine Bridleway, and if you get caught out up here when the weather's bad, it's pretty serious stuff. But that being said, we've got some just wonderful conditions on this ride, and all the day trippers, it's just gone 6 PM Saturday, early evening. All the Yorkshire Dales day trippers will be heading home. with lots of people piling into the pubs and the campsites. They'll be busy with the school holidays. And don't get me wrong, I like people, but I absolutely bloody love this. There's just nobody around at all. I've seen one pair of hikers down near Horton, and that's it. A couple of farmers on their little 4x4 motorbike things. What do you call them? Quad bikes. And you just feel like so privileged to have the whole of the Dales to yourself, it feels like. And for me, particularly when I need to just recharge the batteries a little bit when things have been really busy, this is it, man. This is where it's at. And I think for some people, the idea of coming out on your own and not having anyone around would be absolutely mortifying. It's got little stream crossings, but for me, I just love it. And you know, the last bikepacking trip I did was with my good pal Ian, old friend from school days. And we've known each other for, oh my god, 37 years, something like that. But you know, even that was two people, not a lot of time on your own, not a lot of time to do all the things I love to do on these trips, which is just stop randomly and stare at the views, because we can. climbing. Well folks, I think we found our spot for the evening, and we've just come off a little spur almost on the from the loop that we're doing overall, probably a mile or so. And the track that we've just come down is just over the brow of this hill, so reasonably out of sight. We've got a little wall here, so it's providing a little bit of shelter from the wind, but there's still quite a decent breeze, so all the little bitey things in the grass I think are going to have to stay in the grass for the time being. And it's really nice, soft, almost sort of mossy. This would be quite boggy in wet conditions, but it's been dry for a couple of weeks now, I think. So yeah, nice soft ground, reasonably flat, and quite a nice view. So I'm just trying to get my bearings. We've got Whernside over here, so I guess Hawes would be perhaps over, is it over there or is it down there? Who knows? I'll get the tent set up and then we'll get the map out and have a look. But yeah, this is home for the evening, and let's get the tent up and get some dinner on. I'm getting quite hungry now. Just amazing. I mean, you just can't beat it. I'm lost for words. Right, tent. folks, it's about 20 to 8, quarter to 8, and it's such a nice feeling when you get your tent set up, get all your gear organised, and you're just tucked out of the way, so you know you're going to be undisturbed, and yeah, you can just kind of settle in for the evening. I guess the sun's going to be setting over behind Whernside, or just off to the right of Whernside. Lovely kind of hazy light now down over that way. That cottage, I think you may not be able to see here, the little white cottage with a bit of trees around it. I think that's a little B road that goes down towards Hawes. So I'm going to say Hawes is down, Wensleydale is down that way, which will make that Dodfell. That's the way we're going tomorrow morning. And yeah, just looking forward to a peaceful evening. Lovely, lovely peace and quiet and solitude up here in the Dales, and yeah, getting some dinner on because I'm quite hungry. So yeah, grab some dinner and then just settle in for the evening. Happy days. Oh man, that pot noodle is so nice. I hate those things when I'm at home, but yeah, that's delicious. Excuse me, I'll eat some more. Well folks, that's dinner done, and I'm just stretching the legs for a few minutes, enjoying some drama in the sky over there. It's pretty nice, and yeah, that was a nice dinner, that pot noodle and Ginsters. I don't know why I bother every time I come out bikepacking using those freeze-dried meals and waiting 7 minutes for the damn things to, what is it, unfreeze dry, when you can just grab a Ginsters and a pot noodle. And yeah, tomorrow we're heading out, as I said, back over towards Dodfell, so just kind of going back along this little spur that we've taken. You can probably see the track now, so we'll be heading out that way, and we're not going to do a lot of distance. As I said, this is just a bit of a easy overnighter, so I want to be back at the car probably in the morning actually, but we are going to do a bit more of a loop, so we'll head out towards Fleet Moss, actually, the quite famous climb that I unwittingly went up on a road ride around here, I think last year it was. And then we're going to pick up I think a really nice little gravel trail, or like mountain bike trail, called Beckerman's, which is, I sort of recall when I was planning this on Commute, had some quite nice reviews from people that had, what would you call it, just commented on that particular section. So looking forward to that. We'll be going through some of the kind of forestry bits that we saw off to the right as we were climbing up towards Dodfell. So yeah, it should be a good day tomorrow, and I shall bid you good evening, retire to my tent, and just enjoy this beautiful sunset. It's yeah, it could get interesting. Anyway, I'll catch you bright and early first thing tomorrow. Well, first coffee of the morning, always a pleasure. Cheers everyone. So similar to the pot noodle and the Ginsters last night, I picked up these little cafe latte sachets in the supermarket the other day, and so much less faff than what I've always done before, which is measure out a little bit of coffee and sugar at home and carry it in little Tupperware boxes. And I think the whole fast and light setup, not that we're going particularly fast on this trip, but I think just having a lot less capacity has focused the mind a little bit on carrying less stuff, or kind of carrying stuff in a different way. Yeah, maybe I could get used to that. I am missing like all the, the kitchen sink and all the creature comforts, but it was certainly noticeable yesterday, kind of climbing out of Horton, and particularly some of the steeper sections on the Pennine Bridleway. So there was a few little sections of kind of 15 to 20% gradient, and a couple of weeks ago in Scotland, fully loaded, I'd have just been straight off the bike, having to kind of push and heave the bike up those hills. But everything was rideable yesterday, and of course that could be much fresher legs, and it's a much shorter trip, etc. But yeah, that sort of setup is, just by virtue of how much less capacity I've got on the bike, and all the light kit that I'm carrying. So I'm carrying my super light sleeping bag, super light camping mat, and far less electricals, less clothing, but still clearly enough for what you need, as long as the weather's kind of vaguely plain ball, which it is. It's a bit more misty and moody this morning, but it's not too cold. It's probably about 10-11 degrees, and while it's not raining, I think we'll have another coffee. Be rude not to, wouldn't it? All packed up, leaving no trace. Let's hit the road. Okay, we're back off the spur and onto the little loop route that I had rather hastily planned at home. And true to the forecast, it's just spitting with rain, but managed to get packed up in the dry and nice and warm after a little bit of pedalling. And we're going to be heading off over to the right there, and just, I guess, making our way through some little bits of forestry. Probably, I don't know, less than 15 miles to get back to Horton. And again, I might have said in a little clip yesterday that all the people who've been staying in the Dales overnight will be stirring in their tents in their campsites, or all the kind of day trippers. We'll just check the route here. Yeah, that's right. All the kind of weekend day trippers will be travelling up, excited about the day ahead. But it's so cool to be already out on a bike, enjoying these lovely, peaceful little single tracks and vistas. I just love this, and I'm pretty tired, a bit bleary-eyed. I never sleep as well camping as I do at home, obviously, but it's a different kind of feeling refreshed and kind of re-energized, and I'm definitely feeling that this morning. So let's see where we get to. These are all new trails now for me. It's a route I've not taken back to Horton previously, I don't think. and I'm excited to see where we'll get to. Oh, let's go.
I could sit in this chair for 1,000 years and watch the woods consume the neighborhood, watch the ambitions come and go, surround me and engulf me. We could ditch the TV and spend a little more time reading books and singing songs on the porch, sit here watching the daylight wane, leaving little trace and even less memory. I just want to be still. I just want to be still. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever be free.
I'm turning right.
Things that are weighing heavy on me, that keep me from doing or going on, knowing the sun comes up, I go back to sleep. In our so-called liberation of self, we have only bound the shackles more tightly. Free up your mind and start thinking a good thought. Free your mind and be still. Free your mind and be still. Free your mind and be still, and be still.
Well folks, the last few miles have been absolutely fantastic riding. Unbelievable actually, and it's been so nice not to have the panniers and to kind of enjoy the off-road bit and let the bike go a little bit on a few sections. We're getting to the end of the ride actually. I can see Horton in Ribblesdale where the car is, just down there. You can see the big limestone quarry behind the village, and it's just gone, well, what is it, 9:15, so still really early, and might get a nice breakfast down in the village or somewhere down that way. Got a little bit busy back there. I'm on the Pennine Way here, but there's a sort of a junction where you cross the Three Peaks, so a lot of walkers coming down off Pennygent. I guess it's the people that have set off quite early, and yeah, they've got a fantastic day in store. 6 mile slog from here across the Ribblehead Viaduct, and then obviously Whernside being the second of the Three Peaks on the official route. But yeah, it's just been a fantastic morning, just from that high camp spot, some off-road, going down Fleet Moss. That was a lot easier than going up it, I can tell you that. That was brilliant. And then just the last bit on kind of gravel and single track, quite rough in sections, but yeah, so much fun on this bike, I guess, and on this setup. So yeah, we'll crack on. Shouldn't take too long. I think we're going quite directly. There might be a little bit of a detour off to the left. I can't quite remember what the route was that Canute proposed, but yeah, Horton in Ribblesdale, next stop. Let's go. Well folks, we're back in the car, made it back safe and sound, and I guess that brings this little Yorkshire Dales overnighter to a close. Thank you so much for watching and following along. If you made it this far in the video, please do consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It's really helping me to get this little fledgling YouTube thing off the ground. and it'd be great to have your company on future rides. I'm all for the epic rides and the, you know, just keep hammering all day long. That's great, but I think equally it's nice to just potter around sometimes, take it easy, enjoy your surroundings, and, you know, just enjoy getting out in your local area on the bicycle. It's not quite my local area, it's a little bit of a drive, but it's 9:45 and I should be back well before lunchtime. So yeah, from here in the Yorkshire Dales, please stay safe, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.